If you look at the more random skins like a Brightwater or Freehand, they've been dumping out massively, not just after the recent update, but over the past months as well. But our boys, the Dopplers and Gamma Dopplers, are two of these skins that do not care about this recent crash. The Gut Knife Gamma Doppler just blew up in price actually. You'll note that some of the others like the Karambit have has a dip, but it was bought up in like 2 days and back to normal prices already, while other skins have not held the same trend at all for the most part. There's some random stuff that has actually increased, but for the most part it's bad. So what should you be buying now? Well, before I tell you, let me tell you the best way to buy it. CS2 Empire has a ton of skins listed at cheaper than buff price, and you might be thinking, isn't that a gambling site? Partially, but not entirely. They have an entire marketplace dedicated to peer-to-peer buying and selling with 0% fees, and if you sort by the best deals, you'll easily find stuff cheaper than buff. As you can see here, these gloves are 3.36% off. You can easily flip them for profit, and Empire also offers any deposit method you could think of, including many different cryptos and real money options. And you're able to withdraw with all of these options, including USDC, which you could turn to cash instantly. Of course, there's no wager requirement on any deposit either, so be sure to check them out with that link in the description and start getting skins for cheaper than buff today. Fair warning, this market is going to be really volatile, especially going into the operation. I think this is where things will eventually bottom, assuming we do get an operation. So even though this was a big dip for the most part, we are a lot higher in price and everything than before CS2 was announced. Minus 10% on these skins is nothing compared to the gain, so don't feel too rushed. But regarding skins, I'm really liking normal, cheaper phases of Dopplers and Gamma Dopplers, not the gems. For example, the Phase 1 Gamma Dopplers and Phase 3s are tied for the cheapest price of the phases in most knives. The Phase 2s and Phase 4s can be more expensive, but Phase 1s have that really nice looking diamond pattern that I think is going to gain a ton of traction as CS2 goes on. We already saw a huge pump in price in something like the Gut Knife Gamma Doppler, for example, and once again, no real prolonged crash or sign of weakness in any of the other Gamma Dopplers with the whole crash that happened like a couple of days ago. These were just unaffected. So I think they're a safe bet going into CS2. They got upgraded. I think they're going to have a ton of demand. Gamma Dopplers, of course, and the Gamma cases as well, which are some of the best performing investment cases out there. There's not that many relative in existence. They're also almost $3 each. So I don't think there's going to be that many unboxed, and there should be more demand with all the new players piling into the game. The only other thing I would really be keeping my eye on right now is Paris stickers. You gotta realize the vast majority of the skin market just had a massive move in price from the CS2 announcement 6 months ago. Like, a lot of things have already doubled and have already climbed back up to the peak all-time high levels in a lot of skins too. Short term, you're probably not going to find massive profit, but long term, I expect a steady increase over time, especially with those Gamma Dopplers, because they should have a ton of demand. They look good, they look better than they looked in CSGO, and they shouldn't be unboxed that much. They have a lot going for them, but with Paris stickers, they're a much different case. They completely dumped out in price over the past month. Capsules are only 17 to 18 cents on buff, and they are the most open capsules ever. Almost 500 million capsules opened. That crushes every single previous event, even the recent one. So sure, the sale's been a month longer so far than the previous one at this point, but the demand is insane. I think these will easily be the biggest quick flips for profit anytime soon. So now imagine if you go on Empire, for example, get a skin for like 4% cheaper than buff, like I said in the sponsored part of this video, sell it on buff, buy capsules at 17 cents each, which is 30% cheaper than the Steam store, and then eventually flip that maybe a few weeks after everything is removed from the game regarding the Paris major. All I'm saying is the risk to reward there is probably the best you're going to be finding anywhere in the CS market right now, because once again, a lot of the skins have already doubled. If an operation comes and whole new skins come, stuff like that, that's going to tear through the market, I think. When it comes to these stickers, the capsules are already super cheap, and when it came to Rio, as you could see by their unboxing numbers, they're nowhere near as much as Paris. They had ugly stickers, low unboxing numbers, and they still blew up in price after they were removed after that long sale they had. So hopefully this sale being an extreme amount of time also results in a big push up in price whenever they get removed, or whenever Valve even makes the announcement, maybe the stickers will blow up too. But those capsules at 17 cents are probably the least risky and possibly most rewarding thing I think you can get into at this time. But I will say, if you get into them, don't get too greedy, because that whole sticker scene and the major capsules now are heavily based on hype. The moves can be very quick, so if something goes up to like 50 cents, for example, you tripled your money. I wouldn't get too greedy, or at least sell some of the stuff you bought. But yeah, once again, thanks to CS2 Empire for sponsoring. Be sure to check them out with that link in the description. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.